Christina here. I'm back with another review video. For today, I'm reviewing the Maybelline Fitme Shine Free Plus Balance Foundation. This is the foundation stick and in the shade Natural Beige 220. This is how it looks. This has 0.32 ounces or 9 grams, and the packaging is fine. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it does look okay. Just to make sure that nothing goes wrong, I'm using my Benefit Professional Primer, which is my go-to primer. Then on this side of my face, I'm using a beauty sponge. I threw away my beauty blender, so for today, I'm using this beauty sponge from Sephora. Then for this side, I'm using this Silk Finish brush from Zoeva. So let's start. So I'm gonna use the beauty blender first on this side. This is one layer of the foundation, and as you can see, it has very light coverage. I can still see my blemishes here and here, but if you don't have a lot of blemishes like me, then it might work just, you know, one layer. But I'm gonna do another layer just to make sure it covers more and just to see if it'll make a huge difference or not. Right, 2 layers, and I think this is just the right coverage for me. This is how I like my foundation to look. It doesn't look too thick, but yet it covers most of my blemishes. So definitely for me, I'll use 2 layers of this to get the right coverage that I want. Now I'm gonna use the brush on this side. This is 1 layer using brush. Definitely need another layer. Right, so this is 2 layers of foundation on both sides. This one using a beauty sponge and this one using a brush. In terms of application, I think I like applying it using beauty sponge better just because it doesn't give me that streakiness. This normally works for me though when I apply other foundation. It doesn't look bad, but I prefer using a beauty sponge when applying this. First impression though, it doesn't feel as tacky. It does say that it has shine-free formula, so that's why it's not as tacky, but because my skin is very oily plus the humidity that we have here in the Philippines, I still have to set this. I can definitely see it creasing here. If you don't apply it on your lid, then that's fine, but I normally do that. And it creases here, that's why I need to set this. I'll just go and apply the rest of my makeup and I'll come back. Right, so I'm done with my makeup, and this foundation didn't move when I was applying the rest of my makeup, which is a good sign. Right now it's around 11:52 in the morning. I'm gonna do some errands and I will do some check-ins, probably 2 check-ins after 3 hours and then 1 after around 5-6 hours. I really have high hopes for this foundation stick because so far it's looking pretty good. My skin doesn't look super matte, though it doesn't look oily as well. Looks healthy and natural. Doesn't look cakey. So far it hasn't clinged on my nose area and my forehead, which happens to me a lot. With this foundation stick, it's still looking pretty good. So yeah, I'm very excited. I'll see you in a bit. Hi guys, so I'm doing my first check-in. It's now 3:28 in the afternoon. It's been more than 3 hours already since I applied the foundation, and this is how it looks. Definitely very oily in this area, the T-zone. as expected because my skin is so oily. I don't see any creasing or anything or product like gathering on the sides of my nose, so that's a good thing, I would say. I should check back in about 2 to 3 hours. So yeah, see ya. Right guys, I'm back and I think I'm gonna wrap up this video. It is now 6:48 in the evening and I've been wearing this foundation for about more than 6 hours, and I think that's enough time for me to know if foundation works for me or not. As mentioned earlier, this foundation stick applied really well. In terms of coverage, it gave me medium coverage. I applied 2 layers of this, but definitely buildable. I prefer medium coverage than full coverage for everyday use, so this just gave me that. This has a shine-free formula, but because I'm in a tropical country and I have really oily skin, I still applied powder on top just to make sure that it doesn't crease. It wasn't tacky to the touch. The tackiness was just minimal. I prefer using a beauty sponge over a brush, but you can still use a brush. It didn't look tricky or anything, but I just personally prefer using a beauty sponge when applying this. Another good thing about this foundation stick is the product didn't gather on the sides of my nose and in between my eyebrow. On the 3rd hour, my skin started to oil because I have really oily skin. But you can easily fix the oiliness using a blotting paper and then top it with a light layer of powder. Then you should be as good as new. For me, I didn't use any. I didn't touch my makeup at all today, and this is how it looks. Overall, I really like this foundation stick. You will be seeing me using this on my future videos. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and find this helpful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Bye!